Hello students. Ngasi ani suba topic chapter 1 gi tausi. This topic is called mole concept. Mole concept haibasi chemistry da yamna maru oiba concept amani. So before we discuss mole concept, let's discuss something that we already know. Dozen nama is karino. Dozen nama haibadi pot amagi train thoi adi lapoi dozen nama haibadi lapoi train thoi haibani. So masina kari hai dozen haibadi train thoi haibana. Dozen ama adi train thoi ama into 1. So 1 dozen banana is 12 bananas. So dozen amana train thoi oragadi dozen ahum makhainde kya orani puri raga tare 42 bananas. And since we know this relation, see, we have both ways. I can convert dozen to bananas and I can convert bananas to dozen. So 3.5 dozen is 42 bananas. Likewise 60 bananas is 5 dozen bananas. Using this same logic, let's go ahead. So and let's discuss what is a mole. Mole ama haibadi chamane, it's a number. It's 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 of something. मसी के नंबर से यामना चाव नंबर नहीं अकोई केमिस्ट्री दा मसी नंबर से अवोगेड्रो नंबर जाइन जो खाने अदो हरकती कहते करें नहीं what do you mean by 1 mole of bananas? Just like 1 dozen banana meant 12 bananas, so 1 mole of banana means 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 bananas, or rather 1 Avogadro number of bananas. अकोई सी relation से खंगा गदी मखा तापति अकोई करियारनी. So mata kispaina. So 3.5 moles of banana would mean 3.5 into Avogadro number. So 21.077 into 10 raised to 24 bananas. And we can do the same maths in the reverse way. 6 banana would mean 6 divided by that conversion number, which is our Avogadro number. So 6 banana is 9.963 into 10 raised to minus 23 moles of banana. Aduna masigi si lorakanda masigi slide si lorakanda koi na khanga dausi mole ama haibadi Avogadro number ama haibadi. So if you let's say if you talk of let's say 1 mole of, so somebody talks 1 mole of NaCl molecule. NaCl molecule. Masina kari hai? Nothing. NaCl molecule adi Na amaga sodium plus amaga Cl minus amaga na same molecule. Six molecule amani. Siguma molecule ani lawba yai ahum lawba yai cham yi lawba yai lising lawba yai admaina sigi masing si sighe lawraba. If you take 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of NaCl, that will consist of 1 mole. See angang gai da yamna confusing marak ta angang gai da confusing oiba pot ni mole haibaga molecule haiba karigno da bananju haifet managum ju tawi sidasu mole yawi sidasu mole yawi aduna khang mole hairaga di Avogadro number ni molecule hairaga na si molecule ama si molecule ama ko water ki molecule ama hairaga di hydrogen amaga oxygen amaga hydrogen amaga masi ki atom ahum jina same bazi molecule ama ko one molecule. See, this is 1 molecule of water. 1 mole of water would mean sigumba molecule z akoina 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 lower kanda adugi poto 1 mole of water molecules ko. adu argadi लाइक द डेफिनेशन खितंग तोंगाले अर्थ दि चप मानबने so if you take 12 grams of carbon 12 वदी करिनो कार्बन की आइसोटोप अमनी कार्बन की प्रोटॉन ना तरुक नी कार्बन 12 हरगदी न्यूट्रॉन तरुक का प्रोटॉन तरुक का सेम एटम दो कार्बन 12 का if you take 12 grams of carbon 12 isotope, it is found that it contains one Avogadro number of carbon atoms. अदुना लाइक कमाइन डेफिनेशन पी मोल अमा हाइबसी कार्बन 12 की ग्राम 33 लौरकांदा अदुदा कार्बन एटम यावब मसिंग दो अदुगा ही पुंजल बपोत मोल अमा कौ so is the same thing that just wording खितंग तोंगान बे वानी अखोय निंजंग गदौजे 1 mole is nothing but 1 Avogadro number of something अदुना मोल अमा हायरगदी Avogadro number निंजंग सी and Avogadro number karino 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Now this is a basic definition, but however this definition is not very useful because in our day-to-day life when you go ahead and do some kind of research or you work in an industry, you need to find out how many moles of some things are there given to you. Now it's not possible for you to count the number of molecules or the atoms in that. So the practical use is, let's see, okay, see mamangi class ta tawgrabani aduna. So if you take one molecule of water haibadi oxygen amaga hydrogen aniga na semba molecule do adugi weight se unified mass unit traimpan haibadi hydrogen amane oxygen amane hydrogen amane magi mass amani ama unit ama u sina tarataruk uni sina ama unit punja lagadi si water molecule amagi arumbasi 18 unit ammonia gi molecule amagi arumbasi taratare uni si nitrogen na taramari hydrogen ahumgi ahum punja laga taratare methane na tarataruk ni tarataruk u please remember the unit. So 16U is the weight of one molecule of that molecule. So you are taking one carbon dioxide is the carbon namaga oxygen aniga. Sige arumba kya no 44U. Likewise one molecule of nitrogen means U kunipan. But now see this. If you take 1 mole of water the karino okay mamang tawga sige mamang slide ti yangare 1 mole of water means 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of water pasi kaya lo masi gram traimpan lo sidi yamna maru oiba masing se sige masing je ding chango yang si traimpan ni si traimpan ni unit kene sina uni sina gram ni aduna hairagadi akhoi masina kari haira molecule ama lauragadi magi arumbasi traimpan un adu chamana molecule do akhoina 1 mole lauragadi 1 mole adi 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecule of the same molecule if you take that weighs 18 grams. So sidigi akoi definition am puthok yare atai juloi na mana bane ammonia na molecule amagi weight 17 uni 1 mole of ammonia is 17 grams 1 mole of methane is 16U. One molecule of methane is 16U, but 1 mole of methane is 16 grams. Sidagi akhoigi ani suva definition ama thole yam namaru ever definition. This is a more practical definition that if you take any compound, any molecule, a mole of a substance is the molecular weight of that substance in grams. Aduna akhoi ising any po nama suppose calcium carbonate है calcium carbonate mole ama log har ga de khoi kamai tawgani calcium carbonate ki hana molecular weight puthoni ab sina nifuni sina trainthoi sina taratarok ohumni punjhala kan da chama taramani. So if you take 100 U of calcium carbonate, you are taking one molecule of calcium carbonate. Adubu akhoi mamang dasu hai gare U hai basi weight ki yamna pick pa unit amane hai badi sigi jagat sida sigi dunya sida akhoi gi share phala amta laite 18 U on bangamba natragana U cham on bangamba share phala laite aduna akhoi ke dawgani calcium carbonate की अखोइना molecule अमगी weight सी U चामनी अदुरगदि अखोइना सिगी मसिंग से चबान थमगा सी unit से ओंथोनी हाइबदि ग्राम चाम लौरनी ग्राम चाम ओन बेयाबा सेरफलादि भारी अमले calcium carbonate अखोइना ग्राम चाम लौरगदि it contains how many molecules of calcium carbonate? It contains 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of calcium carbonate, or rather 1 mole of calcium carbonate. Aduna si ani super definition si yamna si basic definition natte adubu si nabada di yamna si nabada si ne na kana definition ne molecule amagi magi molecular weight to lawro molecular weight to u da lakani adugi do chamana masing do thammaga u do na khoina gram do onthogadi that weight contains 1 mole of the same substance. Okay, once we know this, let's apply this knowledge to to a real life problem. Suppose you are asked, somebody gives you this teaspoon of full of water and sing hydrogen kaya yawi hydrogen atom kaya na semi se kaya yawi oxygen atom kaya semi se question hang yap hydrogen no atom se khoi na u banate oxygen atom se khoi na u banate sida kaya yawi khoi kamai khang do no adubu akhoi mole concept khanga gadi masi akhoi puthok pe kamai dogani first of all akhoi na sigi arumba je all yap what I do, I take the weight of the water molecule, water sample. Okay, ising pire now there's a big assumption here that this contains only water, so this is pure water. Okay, kaidorgani sigi weight puthwani. Let's assume this weight is 20 grams. Okay, yamna line sigi weight puthok pa yai sigi ser phalam da hapaga akhoi puthok pe yai gram kun ne le re se akhoi kari khangi kari compound no water ni water की molecular formula करी नो H2O H2O molecule am की अरुम्ब क्या नो सिना अनी नी सिना तरा तरोक नी अदरगति try pan U है सिखांग this is one molecule so again I will just write this because students get confused with this. One molecule of water molecule weighs 18 U. So 1 mole of water, which means one Avogadro number of water will weigh how much? 18, good, 18 grams. Other 1 mole of water is 18 grams, or rather if you take 18 grams of water, it contains 1 mole of water, which means 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of water. So please remember, differentiate between these two, moles and molecules. Gram train panda water mole 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of water. Adoragadi gram kundadi kya hoirani? Gram kun mein dadi see this will be 20 divided by 18 moles. So it is 1.11 moles of water. Which means 1.11 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of water. Okay, akhoi khange sigi chammach sida yauri sing je kayano 1.11 mole ni natragana 1.11 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of water. Okay, adui mathang da khoi ong yengasi water molecule amada hydrogen kaya yawi hydrogen ani yawi water molecule amada molecule ni ko se mole nate mole molecule amada hydrogen atom ani yawi adoragadi akhoina mole ising mole ama lauragadi hydrogen kaya yawgani hydrogen atom mole ama yawgani adudi akhoi ising kaya lawi sigi chamasida 1.11 mole adoragadi hydrogen kaya yawrani it will be 1.11 moles of hydrogen atom, which means 1.11 multiplied by 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of hydrogen. Hydrogen nate ai haire oxygen ilale hydrogen amada hydrogen water amada hydrogen ani yawgani na mole amada hydrogen yengagadi ani yawgani adu 1.11 moles of water will contain 2.22 moles of hydrogen atom, which means it will contain 2.22 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of hydrogen. So now we have the final answer. This water sample, which weighs 20 gram, contains 1.11 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of oxygen, and it contains 2.22 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of hydrogen. Masi akhoi mole concept khangbadagi masi puthokpa yai. Now let's try to solve some question which is given behind in your book. Okay. Now this is from chapter 2, but we have already done this, so let's try to solve this. How many neutrons and protons are there in the following nuclei? Okay, masi han tawgrabani. When we write like this, remember this means number of protons, which is called the atomic number, and this number is called the atomic mass number, which is nothing but number of protons plus number of neutrons. So if I subtract this number from this number, akhoi neutron gi masing phangani. So let's try to solve this. So taruksina atomic number adi karino number of protons ni, and I am repeating this, number of protons or atomic number decides the name of the atom. Atom dugi maming kari kaugani, atom dugi maming carbon kaugani haragadi adugi atomic number taruk oigadawna. Mass number na tarahum doini adu argadi number of neutrons kari warani 13 minus 6 7. Magnesium 24 oxygen 16 ni as the number of protons kya warani nipan warani, number of neutrons kya warani 16 minus 8. Mathang magnesium 24 atomic number kya no 3 hoy, number of protons kya no 3 hoy, number of neutrons kya no 24 minus 12 is 12. Next is Fe56, number of protons is 26, number of neutrons is Yankhaitaru minus Kuntaru. Strontium 88, number of protons Kuntra Impani, number of neutrons na 88 minus 38, which is 50. Now this is more of mole concept. Let's read this question. In 3 moles of ethane, calculate the following. Akhoi kari hai ithane हाइबदी C2H6 इथेन मॉलिक्यूल अमदा कार्बन अनि यावी कार्बन एटम अनि यावी हाइड्रोजन एटम तरुक यावी मॉलिक्यूल अमदा अदुदी इथेन मोल अमदा क्या यावरनी इथेन मोल अमदा करिनो 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of ethane. Other carbon क्या यावनी it will be 2 moles of carbon atoms and 6 moles of hydrogen atom. So 1 mole of ethane contains 2 moles of carbon atoms and 6 moles of hydrogen atoms. So 3 moles of ethane will contain 6 moles of carbon atoms, 3 moles of ethane will contain 18 moles of hydrogen atoms, and 3 moles of ethane will contain 6. How many molecules of ethane are there? Ethane are there, so 3 times Avogadro number, which is this. Other I know the canom haido canom diwali. Sidiyam maruiva molgi ahum suba definition of mawali. Madu akoy karam kan the CNA gas lor kan the CNA. If your sample is gas see arumbu onba onnadi arumbu onba lui moisi aduna moisi moigedi pressure natraga volume da tawe madu akoi tungi class am da tawrakanda madugi molgi madu definition da tawrasi hoji akoi takpada adu takpada changma concept mayam akoi tawdri banina madugi definition jo hoji ti akoi sinaragumsi. Okay, let's solve this numerical. Calculate the number of electrons present in 1 mole of methane. Solve tausi. Methane hani iresi. Methane karino carbon namaga hydrogen mariga. Carbon da proton kya yawi taruk adu number of electrons su taruk ne. Hydrogen da number of protons kya no ama adu electron kya warani ama adu hydrogen mari ni na electron kya warani mari. The methane molecule the electron क्या यावी electron तरा सी कोई हाना पावे यार खंगा दोनी अदुना methane molecule में molecule है बनी को मोल में नते. So one molecule of methane ने अदुना electron क्या यावी electron तरा यावी. Okay. Calculate the number of electrons present in 1 mole of ethane. 1 mole of methane adi karino. What is 1 molecule of methane? 1 molecule of methane is 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen is 1 molecule of methane. What is 1 mole of methane? If you take this molecule 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 times, Avogadro number of this molecule 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules, that will be 1 mole of methane. Adu 1 mole of methane aise karino methane molecule sigai je 1 mole of methane ka. Akoi se hani yengra methane molecule ma the electron kya yawi tara yawi adu di methane mole ma the electron kya yawrani, that will be this multiplied by 10. So the answer to the first question is, I think I have solved it also. So 1 molecule of methane has 10 electrons. So 1 mole of methane has these many molecules of methane. So 1 mole of methane will have 10 times Avogadro number of electrons, which is 6.022 into 10 raised to 24 electrons. Okay, ani subo question ji yenga se. Find the total number and the total mass of neutrons in 6 milligram of carbon 14. Okay, sidagi house. Akhoi the peer is a carbon 14. Carbon 14 haibadi karino carbon ni 14. Carbon ni na my atomic number kari yorani taruk warani. Number of neutrons kya no nipan. Adu the carbon 14 atom amada. If you take one atom of carbon 14 अदुदा न्यूट्रॉन क्या यावी न्यूट्रॉन निपान यावे okay so if you take one atom of carbon 14 that has 8 neutrons and what will be the weight of one carbon 14 atom we've already done this carbon 14 contains 6 protons and 8 neutrons and I higher masi magi weight around 1 uni so around 1 uni other the total weight is how much 14 u so one atom of carbon 14 ki arumba gyano 14 u so what will be the weight of 1 mole of carbon 14 so that will be 14 grams see I am using the same concept one molecule is 14 u so one mole is 14 grams so I have my relation now 14 grams of carbon 14 no let's start before that 14 u of carbon 14 u of carbon 14 आएगा दी कोई एटम अमा लौरिन न्यूट्रॉन क्या यावगनी न्यूट्रॉन निपान यावगनी so if you take 14 grams of carbon 14 you are taking how many atoms of carbon 14 you are taking 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of carbon 14 okay carbon 14 atom sigai laurin yaw carbon 14 atom amada neutron ke yawi neutron nipan yawi aduna akoina carbon 14 sigai lauraga di adun neutron ke yawgani 8 multiplied by this number so 14 grams of carbon 14 will have 8 times Avogadro number of neutrons but the question does not say you have to take 14 grams it says 14 milligrams and milli means 10 raised to minus 3 so 7 milligram is nothing but 7 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams of carbon 14 other than neutron kya yavrani so now I think let's go to the solution now so 14 grams of carbon 14 will have one Avogadro number of atoms of carbon 14 and since one atom of carbon 14 has 8 neutrons carbon 14 grams will have 8 times Avogadro number of neutrons which is 4.8176 into 10 raised to 14 neutrons gram tara marida sigai ni akoi the question je kari hangi no question hangi jina 7 milligram the kaya yaugani hai so 7 milligram is nothing but 7 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams so 7 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams of carbon 14 will have 2.4088 into 10 raised to 21 neutrons however if you see here you have been asked the number of neutrons and the mass and you have been given mass of one neutron so you can see that this is slightly greater than 1 u 1 u is 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kilogram aina ngas ahobud haigi bado neutron namagi mass si u amade kitang hen bane habdo neutron namagi arumba sigaine 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 neutron masi gaigi masi arumba kya hoirani you just have to multiply so total mass of these many atoms neutrons will be this number multiplied by mass of one neutron which is 4.0357 into 10 raised to minus 6 kilograms next question is very similar but sigi mamangi question dan neutron hang bani sigi question jitana proton hang ammonia haragadi nitrogen da proton kya yawi ahum yawi nitrogen da taret yawi hydrogen da ama yawi aduragadi ammonium da proton tara taret ammonia molecule amada proton tara tare adu di ammonia mole ama lauragadi ammonia mole amadi kaino 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of ammonia will have how many protons? It will have 7 plus 3, so that is 10 protons. 10 protons is there per molecule of ammonia. So if you take 1 mole of ammonia, that will have 10 times Avogadro number of ammonia. So this is wrong here. So this should not be carbon 14. This should be 16 grams of ammonia will have 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 protons. C protons होएगा दाउन C के सेम स्क्वायर So the atoms hierarchy. See, let's just neglect this. So what we need to remember from this line is 16 grams of ammonia is 1 mole of ammonia. So it should be 16 grams of ammonia will have 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of NH3. See, molecules of NH3 होएगा दोनों C mole सीधा. And we already know that 1 molecule of ammonia has 10 protons, 7 coming from nitrogen and 3 coming from 3 atoms of hydrogen. So 16 grams of ammonia will have 10 into Avogadro number of protons. The massing find the number and find the total mass of protons. Now unfortunately in your question mass of proton is not given, it should be given. So, and again this is in 17 grams, your question is in 34 milligrams. So 34 milligram is 34 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams of ammonia will have these many protons. You can again check this number of the weight of one proton is slightly less than the mass of neutron and it is slightly greater than 1 U. So this should have been given in your question, but it is not given. So I have just used it and you can find out this is the mass of these many protons. The last question is, if we change the pressure and temperature, will the answer change? No, because if you change the pressure and temperature, the amount of matter does not change. So therefore the answers will not change. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.